Hello, and today I'm with Irina. She is part of my community. She was one of the first students I actually started to mentor. And today I want you to all meet Irina and to understand her story and what got her here. How would your day look like 5 months ago and how it looks today? Like, what's different? What's changed?
Hi, guys. And first of all, thank you for having me here. I'm super happy for you and everything that you do. I'm so grateful for you that I have you in my life. And to answer your question, what was a day in my life 5 months ago? So it was pretty basic. I would drive 2 hours for work. Usually my work day was like 9 hours long. And after meetings and everything, I would go back home and drive another 2 hours. I couldn't take my daughter from the kindergarten because obviously I had to drive 2 hours, and my mom usually helped me with this. And that was a big frustration for me because I didn't get enough time to spend with her. And yeah, I usually would arrive home like at 8 p.m., take a shower, and put the baby down to sleep, put me to sleep, and then again.
Thank you for sharing. So, just to clarify, so you were working a total of 13 hours a day, from which you were paid only for 9 because you said you were stuck in traffic for like 2 hours. I suppose 2 hours when you were going to your job and then when you came back. So, that's crazy. And okay, so right now I'm really curious in what way your life actually changed, like what you can do now that before you couldn't do it.
So, the first thing that changed for me is that I get to go to the gym. This is something that I wanted to do after I gave birth because I gained some weight, and I used to have a healthy life and to go to the gym back in the days, but I didn't get the time, of course, because I needed to be with my baby. And this is the first thing that comes through my mind, and it's so important for my mental health. The second thought that I get is that I get to spend time with my baby, and we are having so much more activities together. I can pick up her from kindergarten. I can wake up and have time to myself after the drop off. And yeah, everything is switched for me at this point, and I love it.
Super happy to hear that, and I wish all the women would actually have access to change this, because the fact that you were stuck in traffic for so many hours, I think that was something that was like ruining your entire day. And I suppose you didn't even had like more energy, and like after you are getting back after so many hours, I suppose you don't even have energy to do something else. So I think it's a completely different shift. Now I'm really curious, how was it, like do you remember when you made your first money out of this, like your first commission? How did it feel? Where you were? What happened?
Amazing question, because I cried. When I saw the money in my account, I was like, it's fucking working. Yeah, I just got to stay consistent, and yeah, it was. I cried, and I print screened in the income, and I showed my mom, like, see, it's working. I told you, I'm gonna make money out of it. And yeah, it was a happy moment.
Can you tell me, like, how was it? It was difficult, your first commission? Like, would you do something different now? Or give me more details about this first commission, because that's something you don't forget about it. Because that's actually the first commission. It was the same thing for me, because I was super skeptical in the beginning. When I started, I was doubting everything. the entire way. Like, is this even real? Are they going to actually pay me for all this work? And yeah, I still remember my first commission, and that was like yeah, that was like a confirmation that you can do it, but that's something you cannot forget. So I want you to remember this moment, because this is just the beginning. This is your first commission, and tell me more about it.
My first commission was um, from booking a single mom with a kid. So I was really, really connected in that conversation, and I built it so much rapport that I cried. And yeah, I was feeling deep inside that I help her, like with this business. And yeah, that was my first commission. I was building so much rapport with her, and it stayed with me, that conversation.
Irina, what changed for you in your life after this that had nothing to do with the money?
I would say my mentality, like with everything. And I learned that building momentum is so important in in appointment setting. I changed the way that I'm thinking about life, about my aspirations, about my goals, about everything, about my daughter, about my mother, about every single person that is present now in my life. So everything changed.
This is a good one, because I want you to understand, when you are starting a new journey, like out of your comfort zone, out of something that you're familiar, there are going to be times where you want to quit, okay? So I also wanted to quit at least 10 times, but thanks God I had my boyfriend next to me, Alex, and he was all the time here, and he said, no, Raisa, you're not going to quit. Keep going. You saw this is working. You just need to keep going. So I kept going, and thanks to him, right now I'm here. So, Irina, I'm sure there were a couple of times in your journey that you wanted to quit. So, what happened in that day? Like, how did you handle this? And what actually made you keep going?
Girl, you were there to cheer me up every time, and you actually make me cry now. Because, I had a lot of moments that I was stressed about everything, and I was like, no, it's not working, it's not for me, I need to go back. But deep down, I felt that I didn't want to go back. Like, I really felt that it will work, but I just need to stay consistent. I remember a specific day that I cried in the mirror, and I was looking at myself, and I was like, no, just quit. Just don't do it no more. It's not worth your time, worth your everything. And in the next second, you called me because we was supposed to be on a call together, and I wasn't. And you were like, girl, what you doing? And I was like, I'm going to be there. No, you're not. You need to get yourself together and hang up with you. And I was looking at myself, and I was like, you will do it. You will get your ass to that call, and everything will be fine. And I just refresh myself, and I'm happy that I did this, because I was in a moment that I actually updated my CV to go back, you know. Yeah, but I kept going, and I'm proud of me.
Me too. And that's so funny, because I remember the exact moment when I called you, because I'm working pretty close with the women in my community, and I could feel something is off in Irina's behavior. So I called her right away. So Irina, she needed to do like a 1 minute video so I could send it over to someone else. Were there any people in your life who were not believing in yourself? And how did you handle that?
No one, actually. No one believed besides you because you are my best friend. And not even my mom, not even my closest friends, like that I know they do believe in me, but I was telling them something like science fiction at some point because they have another life. It's basically the only one that believe in me and my daughter, but she doesn't understand so much at this age. But she was the only one that I was telling her like all of the stuff that came into my mind, like we are going on vacations and we are going to spend our time whatever we want. And she's like, yes, we are going on vacation, we are going in Bali. And I know that she really believes me, but it's my daughter and it wasn't something, I mean, in my heart I would take this as a motivation.
I think that's the sweetest thing. Having your daughter to actually supporting you because she's like your biggest supporter, right? If the woman who is exactly where you were 6 months ago would listening to us right now, what would you say to her?
Quit your job. So something big is prepared for you, just quit. Stop questioning yourself because actually questioning yourself is the biggest blocker. One more thing I want to add. Actually, I said that my daughter is my biggest motivation, and she is. But the way that I'm feeling right now as we speak is that if I can do this at almost 29 years old, and if I can have it like this, then she will be like 3 ways more higher than me. And she could move mountains by 16 years old. This is the way that I'm feeling now.
The sky is the limit. Thank you so much, Irina, for all the insights. Thank you for all your answers. It's super emotional for me to see how far you've come in such short period and to actually see you growing every single day.